Good morning and welcome to America's Home Cooking. This morning I'm making nutty carrot muffins and these are delicious. Do not underestimate these. Though you hear the word carrot, go, huh? It's really quite good. All right, we're going to need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now remember, you do not want to pack your flour. If you pack it, your muffins will be very, very heavy. You have to be careful when you start making certain things, or you'll find them too heavy and then they're not as good and you'll say, I can't cook, when it's basically just learning the rules of how to measure and how to work with things. So I'm hoping that, you do try. Listen, the first bread I made, I think you could have killed somebody with it. It was heavy. My mother said, until smooth and elastic, and she left me in the kitchen. I couldn't get it smooth and elastic, and I kept on adding more flour, more flour, more flour, more flour. She came and said, what are you doing? I said, well, it said until smooth and elastic. Well, I think I added like 3 cups of extra flour on it. They were the heaviest breads we had. But I learned not to go past the recipe. That's why I tell you, when they say this and they give you an amount, you've only got a leeway of like a 1/4 of a cup. So you don't make that mistake that I made. And it was a doozy. All right, and we better set the oven to 375. Making a meatloaf today. We're going to do it different. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. We need 1/2 cup of sugar. Tablespoon, pull a tablespoon and 1/2 of wheat germ. You're going to put 2 tablespoons of almond. Okay, now what's next? 2½ teaspoons of baking powder. Because this has baking soda, I'm not using mine. Because I know what I'll have. A tablespoon. Salt is 1 teaspoon. And 3/4 of cinnamon, I think. Hold on a minute. Yes, 3/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. We need 3/4 of a teaspoon of ginger. And cardamom. Oh, I love the smell of cardamom. We need 1/2 teaspoon. bread that's made with this and with ricotta cheese.
It is so good.
Baking soda, we need a half a teaspoon. Okay, I think I got all my dry ingredients. Oh no, we are not going to do this the way they want me to. See, you're not supposed to overmix muffins, right? Which I tell you all the time. Now see, this is what they want you to do. Then you're going to mix your liquid ingredients together, which is buttermilk, oil, and eggs. They say make a well in the center and then pour that buttermilk mixture into this. And they say just until the ingredients are moist. And then they say fold in the carrots and the nuts. Now if you do that, you're going to overmix your muffins and they're going to collapse. What should be red is that you're going to put your carrots in here. Next, this is where they're messing these recipes up. And I could see young people getting frustrated because they can't get it to work. Take a fork and you're going to mix the carrots up in this. You're going to coat them with the flour mixture, which they have to be. See, when I was growing up, the recipes had more flour in them. But what they're doing now is that they're changing the recipes and cutting back on the flour and adding more sugar. We had less sugar and more flour. They've taken a reversal role. And I know this because I have old recipes and I can see the difference in them. So if you don't know these tricks that I show you, you mess up and you say, like we had to sift flour. When I was sifting flour and trying these new recipes, everything was going haywire. So I had to take a quick course on myself and not sift. Now, they're telling you to fold in the carrots and the nuts after you do the whole mixture. This is wrong. You have to add all those ingredients before you add the liquid so you get that lift because you're only going to mix it so much. Now, because I have nuts here, and I always tell you this, you're going to pour them into a bowl. And you're going to put a little bit of flour on them. And you're going to toss them in that flour before you add them. Believe it or not, there'll be a difference. And you'll say, but there's flour there. Why can't you? Because they'll stick and clump. That's not what you want to do. So you add it. You see how I coated them very gently? Mix them with the flour. Now, when you go to pour the liquid in, and even when it's mixing with this, because the carrots are moist, so the batter is getting moist, the nuts will be able to stick where they're supposed to. They'll be suspended in the muffins instead of collapsing down to the bottom. Now one thing I'm going to try, and I'd like to tell you what I'm going to try to do, I am going to try to dehydrate sourdough culture. I've got a recipe, I've never done it, so it will be an experiment. And I'll walk you through my experiment. If it fails, well, c'est la guerre. Anyway. Okay, now I'll put that to the side. And now we're going to put the liquids together. We want 2 eggs. Remember when they say eggs, they're talking about large eggs, not extra large and not small. They want large. That's the size that they use. The recipes are written on using large eggs. Okay, we need 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. 1/2 cup of oil. I'm using corn oil on this one. But don't use a strong oil or it'll take away from the flavor. I'm warning you ahead of time on that note. Make a well in the center. In other words, you throw the flour and stuff up on the edges like this, and it makes a little well in the center. You're going to beat this. You can use a whisk if you wish. I'm just going to use my fork today. Hold your fork like this and go in a circle like this. It will mix. Now what you're going to do is take your fork and go open the sides and throw the flour and stuff into the egg mixture. You keep going around and around, and you'll notice it starts mixing, and then you start stirring it around. Now it's not going to be completely mixed. I'm just checking to see how it is on the bottom. Give me an idea. And we're going to fill the muffin tins. If you mix it all the way, they're gonna collapse. And they are already heavy because they got 2 cups of carrots in them. You need 2 cups of carrots shredded. I forgot to tell you that, sorry. And you need 1/2 cup of pecans coarsely chopped. I did that before I turned on the video. I didn't think you want to see me grate. Now I think this is 1/4 of a cup ladle that I have. I'm not sure. I think it's 1/4 of a cup, but it's just the right size. Put muffins into the muffin tin. Now you can also, if you wish, add some raisins to this. They state this in the recipe that they go well if you want sweetness. And they said if you're going to, only add 1/4 of a cup of dark raisins. But next time I make this, we'll add raisins and see how they come out. Unless you want to beat me to the punch on it. Women used to scrape everything out because during the Depression, which we could be, things are bad now in this country. It's so good. are going to bake these for 20 to 22 minutes. On the hour. So I'll see you then. Let's check these muffins out. Don't they look delicious? I'm not kidding, they really are delicious. I'll take one out and show you what they look like on the inside. Now you see how they lifted? That was because we added that fruit and stuff instead of over mixing the batter. If you over mix the batter, they always collapse. I have some recipes that they put so much into the muffins can't even get up. They're actually flat no matter what I do. Oh. Need a flat knife so I can get one out and show you. Usually have to let them sit about 10 minutes, but I'm going to take one out and show you what they look like on the inside, if I can get it out. It's just that it's very, very hot. You never ever cut a muffin open. You can take it from the top and bottom and open it, or you can do it from the sides. There they are, and that's what they look like. Beautiful. They are really, really beautiful. Now they're excellent with cream cheese, sweet butter, which is regular butter that you know today. They used to call it sweet butter years ago. But the seasonings, as hot as it is, I would eat it because I know these muffins. They are so good. The flavoring of the cardamom with the nutmeg and the cinnamon go excellent together. You see how the nuts were suspended? Because we coated with that flour. I cannot encourage you enough to try these. Because you're called nutty carrots. You say, I don't think I'm going to like them, but they're actually quite good. The joys of cooking is you always get to eat everything first. Take care and have a great day today. We've got the autumn air, which is cool sleeping weather, and it makes it easier. The heat, you're not overheated and ready to fly off the handle as much because you're more comfortable. So take care. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.